This is a real niche take because you have to know a lot about indices over historical periods in order for it to make sense. But if you index something to inflation, you would take the dollar amount, say it was $20, and every year you would increase it by the same percentage that prices increase. So if prices increase 3%, the minimum wage goes, or the dollar amount goes up 3%. And it does that every year with inflation. That's what we do with a lot of prices in our economy. The other way to index it would be to index it to earnings, so that if prices go up by 3%, but average wages went up 5%, you raise the minimum wage so that it keeps
pace with wages
as opposed to prices. The reason why that matters is that for the most part, wages rise faster than prices. So you'll have a similar long-term erosion of the minimum wage. It wouldn't take immediate effect. It would take 10 years.
I'm sorry, if you indexed it to inflation, it would still erode, but if you indexed it to, it would keep afloat.
Yeah, it would keep it at a relevant level. So an example of where we've made this mistake before is that the poverty level of the income, that means like above it, you're not poor, below it, you're not poor, or below it, you are poor.
Yeah.
It is indexed to inflation, and it's largely regarded as it has been so long since it's been changed and has been indexed to inflation for so long, it's relatively meaningless.
Yeah, it's really low.
It's very low, and it doesn't mean anything anymore. I mean, granted, they started that, in the 60s, but it's the same problem, which is that...
Well, this is why you get all these you can get benefits if you are at 150%, 180% of the poverty level. Because the poverty level is so crazily low.
And people have wanted to change the poverty level, but no president is going to be like, hey,
we got more
poverty right now on my watch. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get more people in poverty. Let's do it. They don't want to do it. So there's absolutely no political willpower to come up with an accurate measure of poverty, because nobody wants to say they increase poverty, which would increase program participation. And so we've ended up in this really surreal version of the world in which, in order to be poor, you have to actually be 150% of poverty. I'm 130% poor. So that's a problem. The measure of poverty that we have now is really thought of as deprivation as opposed to poverty, because it has fallen so low. So it has a function, but identifying poverty is really not what it's good at, because it eroded based on the index it chose. These are really technical issues that can make a huge difference in the long run. So if we were going to do the minimum wage, and I mean do it, we're doing it right.